Hey guys, so back again, probably the final video for a while. I'm going to uploaded a good 5-6 new videos recently, but obviously let me know any more content you do want coming. In this one, we are focusing on the Mauritius payment intermediary license, so a little bit more complex than other videos I've done. Maybe not, maybe so. But essentially Mauritius is the key financial hub. A lot of people are becoming very interested in this particular license for payment processing, especially in the fintech world. I get a lot of questions about it, so I thought I'd make a video on it. Okay, it's good tax advantages. It's very efficient licensing, very fast, very cheap stuff. It's a payment processing, remittance, and obviously fintech. Okay, so who would actually be using this? So essentially, it's regulated by the not the FCA, the FSC, which is the Financial Services Commission over in Mauritius. That's obviously from the 2007 Financial Services Act in the recession we had when all these authorities came to play. So what does this allow you to do? What can this kind of facilitate? Electronic money transfers, payment gateways and processing, merchant account facilitation, remittance services, digital wallets, and fintech services. So pretty a wide range of stuff, right? So some good stuff. Unlike many jurisdictions where licenses are costly, we look at the UK, for example, we look at, MSBs in Canada aren't too expensive, but, Canada, Lithuania, Switzerland, all of these places, it's much more affordable and much more, efficient, cost-effective, straightforward application, and minimal capital requirements. Okay. So the actual government fees are around $4,000. So now you can see what I'm actually on about, right? It is such a cost-effective solution. If you obviously did want to get into the payments world, or you already are in it, but you want a second operation, maybe in an offshore place. Then obviously, yeah, so it's significantly lower than in European jurisdictions. Yes, we have other ones that are low as well. The only thing is that we do need to get a bit of a local presence, but it's not like, for example, Belize or start trying to create a local presence in, let's say, the Netherlands, where it's very expensive. Okay, it's very easy to do so. The minimal capital requirement to actually have is $40,000 but it doesn't actually have to be locked in a bank account. It just simply needs to be demonstrated at the time of the application, and yeah, it can be in market securities, crypto assets. Very flexible system with this particular payment license over in Mauritius. So again, regarding the local payment rails and banking, they have extensive banking options over in Mauritius. And the license is generally well respected internationally. We have the CFD brokers, a huge presence over there, and a small presence of funds, institutions, payment processors, XYZ. But yeah, you can essentially obtain financial partnerships, banking relationships, payment rails such as SEPA, SWIFT, IBAN, and this is much easier compared to if having the red tape surrounded you over in the UK, for example, or in Malta. There's a lot less red tape around you, which is great, right? Great for business. Less regulation equals more money made. As we've seen, America cut back on regulation, Europe suffering too much regulation, and this is obviously why, because there's parts of the globe where you can do business much more effectively, efficiently, and more cost effective, and in turn provide more value and more economic growth. So regulation obviously needs to be there, but not at some bit of the extent that the EU and the British have been doing so in recent years. So again, 15% corporate tax rate there, with potential exemptions, of course, depending on how the business is structured with international tax treaties. This is no problem at all. So there's some great exemptions, smiling there. And again, it's quite a credible thing. So in terms of the application process and timelines, we just get some local directors, some compliance officers, obviously get the global business license entity in Mauritius. After this, we submit the application Now, this is obviously we need to provide the financial projections, compliance, right, policies, AML, CFT frameworks, all of this jargon, and obviously the customer agreements as well. So then once this has had the first checks, we essentially then go through to the next stage. There's only four or five stages, maybe even 4 stages. That's capital requirements, that demonstration of the $40,000 which I mentioned earlier, in working capital, just to demonstrate it. So don't worry about holding it in the bank account. You can just move it there and move it back, whatever. It's all jargon. Conduct AML and KYC compliance checks. And then from there, the average approval rate to actually get fully operational with the bank, all this stuff, I'd say is between 3 and 4.5 months. So once approved, operations can start. Simple as your own license, where you can facilitate digital wallets, remittance services, electronic money transfers, payment gateways and processing, and merchant accounts. Merchant accounts are key. So you can have a payment link for a credit card that goes into there, take the 1%, take the 2%, you obviously know the business you're getting involved in. It's the payments banking world, and obviously it's a very profitable model. And to set up for such low barrier of entry is just really fantastic. So final thoughts, fintech companies are just expanding internationally all around the world, okay? So many are seeking an alternative and a very cost-effective solution, because maybe this isn't the main solution, main revenue stream for a lot of people. Unless you're new going into the payments world, it could be a good option. But if you're already established, it's nice to have a second little player, a small little business churning along, and obviously you can then interlink them as well. Multiple licenses is always great. And again, it's great for businesses looking to establish offshore remittance services. Crypto-related firms need reliable banking partnerships, so it's great to obviously facilitate with other crypto firms if you already have a crypto exchange XYZ or some form of VASP, some virtual asset provider. If you are one of those or you're looking at getting one of them, maybe this is something else to add to the mix as well, so you can have both parties at play, in the traditional world, traditional new age finance world and new age finance, as we transfer the blockchain into blockchain future. So it's low cost, very credible, flexibility, tax benefits, international financial markets. And again, if you then wanted to later do the opposite, not diversify, if you want them to expand into the EU or the actual UK, you can already build up this business and then expand into onshore jurisdictions later, which obviously are much more costly, much more timely, obviously because of the red tape around them. So yeah, it's a very nice solution. Obviously, if you want some more information, I said most things there. Obviously, we'll go into the nitty-gritty details on a meeting. And yeah, I'll probably make some more videos when I've got some more time. I've just been relaxing at the moment. And I think the gardener's about to go crazy, so going to have to shoot. But hope you enjoyed. Let me know if you want any more ideas on any, obviously we can go into crypto, financial institutions, more payment stuff, credit cards. Let me know what is good for you. So let me know. Obviously, I provided a lot of information on financial structures, and going forward, obviously, fintech is my main focus. I love fintech. Fintech is, I love all finance, so it's all fantastic for me. So hopefully, I gave you some good value there and introduced you in a nice, relaxed, calming introduction to the Mauritius license for payments.